Wow. I can't believe I'm streaming. Wow, it said dang, it said it won't record unless I upgrade my plan. It's been a minute. Guess they won't get those $10 from me. Shoot. What's up, YouTube? Long time no talking. Um yeah, no topics, nothing but just chitter chatter board at home, doing something instructive. So uh I guess current events. Been a while, 2024 so far. Halfway over. So, hey, zero viewers. Gotta love that. Long cry from my heyday. But it's all good. It's all good. Life is life is pretty good, you know, for the most part. Building and taking care of business, learning each and every day. I think I got one viewer there. Let's see. Oh, that's AMR. Hey man, what's going on, brother? Uh let's see here. How do I do all this stuff that I remember doing? Let's see. Invite, copy, and let me drop this in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, there's a link. I don't know, AMR, if you want to come up, man. Like I said, it's just a current event topic night. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to necessarily be in a space or whatnot. It could just be anything and everything that's going on. Like we're whole human beings, not just one space. So, but yeah, man, this election stuff is wild. Very, very wild. Wildest that I've seen in a while. You know, we got we got 34-time convicted felons running for president, which you'll probably win. We got geriatric incumbents who can't walk up one stair, yet a flight of stairs. So it's some wild times. World War III might be on the outbreak, pretty soon. So yeah, I hear you. Oh, you got the Coke and Jack Daniels. Hey man, I've been on some of the. I need to stop because I done gained a little weight, but I need to stop. But man, shoot, bro, I've been on the cigar. So my nice one now is the what is it? The Monte Cristo. It's some kind of Ashton. Boy, it's smooth. I don't like the larger Coronas. I like the more slim Coronas that you can kind of like smooth, smoke real smooth, and then you can inhale just a little bit to get a little bit, but it's not too much, and you don't have to keep like puffing it just to keep it going like the larger Coronas. So I like those white. Yes, they call like white series or something, and everybody, I realize that the more you pay, the better it is. So yeah, man. So I've been on that. Just finished my final, well, at least a couple finals, and boy, tell you, man, school and work like two full-time jobs. But yeah, this is real cool. Just talking about no particular topic. Um, yeah, like life, current events, some things in pop culture have been wild too. I think last time I jumped on a stream, I was talking about the whole Drake and Kendrick Lamar beef, and it kind of manifested into what I thought. Oh, snap. One thing I did do recently was download and install TikTok, and boy, I boy, have I like I guess missed out on a lot. It is so addictive, man. Like you gotta put it down. You'll be up like darn near all night watching TikTok. And I'm telling you, in the wee hours of the morning, it's like, whoa, like where did the time go? And it's just back to back. You have to like it's worse than filtering on YouTube. Like on YouTube, you filter out, you get a few things out of your queue as far as what you want to watch, but that stuff just hits you back to back, highly addictive. It's just But man, the type of content I saw on there, it was kind of like it just, you really have to curve it so you won't brain rot from it because it's just back to back to back. And it was just more the typical usual. It's kind of like, um being in that space we were is very hard. And now you look at certain things like very hard to look at. Oh, there's my brother at arms. Let me add him to the stage. What's going on, brother?
Nah, nothing much. What's good with you?
I'm maxing and relaxing, bro. I was just thinking about TikTok, and I was like, whoa, it's like, but I saw more of the same. Like, so when I was over there, I was thinking about like the whole space we were in at the time and how hard it is to kind of keep that energy of support. Cause like literally the entire, I can say the entire world, but a good portion of like the rest of society, at least American society, it's the introduction to different thoughts and ideas and ways of operating as far as like between cultures and races and I didn't really want to go into that too much, but I just as it relates to like experience in TikTok and some of the things that I saw in there, it's pretty much the same type of dynamics as what we were talking about, like trying to move away from in a way. So it's just weird to just kind of see the same old, only at an amplified level like it was. There's some fun stuff on there too, but when it came to race things, it was pretty much stat quote stuff from all kinds of groups and backgrounds or whatever, and it was the same. So it was kind of like, yeah, the energy to keep the status quo is way higher than the energy to change. You know.
Oh
Uh,
yeah.
yeah, I was talking about different things, man. I don't know what's been on your mind. Like I said, this is chill night, just bored, and didn't want to really go out or nothing. I know it's gonna be more. It may be more fireworks popping in a few hours. Definitely tomorrow night. But yeah, man.
Oh yeah, and you know what? They already started popping fireworks already, and it's only what 7:41 my time.
Yes, earlier for you. I was about to say, yeah, man, for sure. But
But and you know what though, because you touched on a little bit earlier about the election and the presidential debate.
yeah,
Um, you know what? And I heard somebody say that because again, I didn't watch it, but I was told that it was pretty much a shit show, and I started thinking, well, hasn't there not been a presidential debate that wasn't necessarily a shit show? Even
um, yeah, I would say they all are. But honestly, there's like definitions and levels to shit show. Like,
yeah,
so your past shit shows were competitive, fiery, fierce, mudslinging. You got your bang for your buck. But that was like pathetic. Like that was like embarrassing. That's like showing the country's weakness. Like on this side, you got a 34-time convicted felon, and on this side, you got a guy that can barely walk and move without his wife assisting him every step of the way. So you got two sides. You got two sides of an awful coin to watch them do their thing and convince the public on stuff. So it's just, to me, I watched part of it. It was just it's yeah. So, and then I don't know, people saying Kamala might take her spot. The people don't want Kamala. They don't
nope,
want her. They don't
nah.
want her.
And
And
I remember, and I said this before that that Joe is really just what you may call is just a. I mean, yeah, of course they're gonna take shots at him all day, every day, as if he's the they'll put it like, oh yeah, he's the problem. But the real reality is they really don't want Kamala to take it, to take that high the high office. But
yeah,
yeah, when you have a 34-time convicted felon,
yeah,
and yet and he's still being able to run, and I don't really think if it was somebody else and a different form of makeup, wouldn't have the luxury of running.
oh no, for sure. Sure. Hold on for a second, AMR. Let me get my earbuds and plug them in. Oh, Hold on, let me see. Let me turn this back on. My Bluetooth. Get these earbuds in. See. Okay, see if it connects. It should have connected by now. Hello?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you through my earbuds. Yeah, about to head outside and chill for a minute. But yeah, I was watching that and I was like, well, it's either don't vote.
Or vote for whatever is casted as the lesser of two evils. And so far, we don't
Yeah,
really which one is really the lesser of two evils. You know.
yeah. Well, I don't hate to admit, uh, I voted for Trump, and I did it because of my work industry and what he did at the time. Well, what he was planning on doing for the economy. So that's mainly why I voted for him. I knew about all the other stuff, and it pretty much was like a lesser of two evils. But what can you do for me? Which is what any politician is what you're looking for. Like you go towards what you can get out of it. You may not get it all, but you may get something. You may get something that's going to benefit you for the short term, just like your local politicians, which is more important.
Right.
But yeah. But yeah, man, yeah, this year has been really for me. It's been a sacrificial one, big time.
Yeah.
It's been high, but it's for a better reason, man. I'm in a pretty good place, and I thank God for it every day. Thank God for it. Just had a cousin pass away like last month that I grew up with, a couple years younger than me, died of cancer,
Oh,
and
sorry.
yeah, I was close to him when I was young, but he moved like to another state over the years, and he kind of like was not, like a lot of us now, not really close to family that we grew up with, and it was just shocking to me. I didn't even know he was ill, but yeah, and I always think about like life in its totality. Most days, and then that hits you, and then other events that have happened with me already in my life. So that happened and just re retooled me to say, okay, the path you're on, brother, excuse me, the path you're on, you see why, because life can be so short, and you see it in those. I mean, you hate to use like things like that, but it's just another reminder, even when things are going good and you have direction and focus in your building, you see someone you love just out of there, like whatever hopes and dreams and building they were doing, that's physically on this plane gone, and it's real, and it's just another reminder. But yeah, yeah. So yeah, I say this year for me is very sacrificial to get to a ends to a means for next year, and things are looking okay. You know what I'm saying? Things are looking okay. I can't complain. Yeah.
Most definitely, man. Hell, I've kind of been, again. I mean, hell, I've been on that side of the fence before, where it was sacrificial and part of it not necessarily, sacrificial. Again, sometimes, again, if it's not necessarily what you're dealing with here on social media, then it's always going to take another form of it from your real life.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Social media is
You're basically trying to avoid, especially trying to avoid trouble, and you don't really know if you attract it or if you try not to, it still somehow happens to find you.
yeah, yeah. Well, social media for me is the only catalyst that would even open that gate, because outside of that, like my everyday is just like routine and order and building. So and yeah. So and it's just for pure entertainment and nothing more, not to prove a point, not to argue, not to even build in a way online, just for entertainment. It's cool just being just entertained sometimes, and then you dictate what entertainment you want to consume instead of it consuming you.
Yeah, true. And the thing is, I mean, the concept. I mean, yeah, it was a nice concept at first. I mean, to a point, it still is. Yeah, but then again, what's going on in the world right now? Um, is it really, again, you're not even sure whether or not if the temptation of it is still weighing on you to even want to continue on the fight.
As far as what?
Well, as far as the build, well, as far as the building, and as far as just again, even on a normal human function.
Oh yeah, I surely could can relate to that. I got you. I got you on that, man. Yeah, to me, there's always a reason to build as long as there's a reason to wake up every morning, and even if it's not, find one. I'm kind
Oh,
of a hard person on myself, and I try to instill those things into my son and those around me, particularly the other males. Because even when I fall off, I'm still on a focused mission of something to build, and that's my main thing. If for nothing I give anybody, that's my main talking point that I want to stick to people who know me and talk to me. Something productive, something that's pushing you forward, something that's tangible as time moves forward, because things are changing, especially where
oh,
I'm at.
yeah, and you know what? And perhaps and I started thinking too that hell, maybe we ought to start be preparing for again for Jesus Christ to return and wait.
Mm, yeah, I'm not sure about that, but I don't know about the higher powers, but the lower powers are kind of like showing themselves like on red alert right now. So yeah, him intervening wouldn't hurt for
Yeah,
sure.
but then again though, but I will say, but then again though, just again like just for some that's on this soul on the opposite side of it, judgment will be coming for them.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I think about that all the time, man. For sure. Yeah, but man, when I was on TikTok, and more, I will say this, and then when I was meaning talking about status quo, I was like, it's like super status quo, like from coast to coast. I saw a lot of I saw a lot of uh LS saviors. I saw a lot of lib uh uh lib others, and they all had was sell they all was saying the same tune about race relations and stuff, and who is who and who is not. And it was status quo. So
Yeah.
to myself, I was thinking like, man, like could a movement like what we had in a positive sense even sustain itself, or do you just have to be a person to find a few people that have similar mindset and just constantly like commune with them, you know, and just kind of keep, not all the time, but like I said, I can't stay on a race topic or racial whatever topic all the time. That's mine. That's like really like mind. That's like really wearing down in your mind. But just every once in a while, if something affects you or whatever, speak about it. But like a support type of deal. But that kind of high energy, man, that it chips away. And then, like I said, just to see the majority of at least American society kind of like be stat quo about it, and just kind of like you see the same dynamics and dialogues between people. It's just it's yeah. It's like, okay, all right, well,
Yeah,
I learned.
that's the thing too, and that's what's interesting because even on platforms like TikTok, um, I
I
come to
see
find,
why. I'm sorry. I see why. Well, I know the Chinese own it. That's one reason to try to shut it down. But I see why people trying to shut it down. I mean, it is like off the chain, and it's raw and uncut. It kind of reminds me of Rumble, but without all the ads. And it's just back to back to back though. It's wild. I didn't think I could take in that much content. You had to literally shut it down and say not interested, just to try get away from certain topics. Like so much stuff. Yeah.
And what I was gonna say is that TikTok, you will come across a lot of unsavoriness, and as well as certain individuals who do have some extreme form of ideas and beliefs, and
Yeah.
somehow ideas and beliefs that are a bit, a little bit too extreme. For some
Yeah.
reason, people are
And
able, for some reason, people gravitate to it and they get catered and coddled to.
yeah.
And you just, and then again, you're just sitting there dumbfounded. Like, you may think that, again, now you may think that you're just, putting the word out again, and you may have, and again, you may feel this way. You may feel this way, but doesn't mean that a lot of people don't feel that way. And
Yeah.
right, whoever you're trying to reach,
Mm-hmm.
it's like, like I say, the blind absolutely is definitely leading the blind.
I hear you, man. But my thing is though, for all the people that say outlandish things on TikTok, one thing about it though, when people find people on there, they find them on there quick. And if it's outlandish and disrespectful or something really bad, they find them quick and shut them down. Like I'm like, what are they talking about? I can't even find it anymore. You know what I'm saying? Like they were talking about something controversial, and the person who said, I'm like, where they at? They gone. They've been banned already. Like, damn, you
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
wow.
I mean, in a way, it's kind of like even. I mean, it's sort of even really like that, even on YouTube to an extent.
Nah,
Where
not really, bro. Not
not,
really. Like YouTube shit. People can go on with their bullshit for a hot minute. That over there, they shut them down. But I do see some people say, yeah, there's racist. TikTok is racist because they let
well,
racists just run free. Yeah,
you see it on-
they let racists run free, and they can't say what they want to say, like certain black people, and they just shut them down quickly. I'm like, I'm not surprised. But on the flip side, if it's too bad, then they'll get them shut down quick. Yeah. So
and on TikTok, they do have a better, level of security in comparisons to YouTube.
yeah, I wouldn't dare get on there, but the big thing about on there is like people want you to like really show your face. It's an app made for showing your face, so people go hard on anonymous people.
Oh yeah,
Like me, I'm anonymous on there. I'm like, man, I might comment, and then you come in and say, oh, such and such looked at your page, your chat. I mean, you looked at your profile. I'm like, I ain't got no content. I just said one thing in their comment section, and they look and I'm like, okay, but they people are hot and heavy when it comes to who's watching.
yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that is true. And you just start thinking, I'm like, damn, TikTok, y'all just really just being nosy, like,
they being
no.
nosy. Yeah.
And on YouTube, you can't even really tell if these are actual subs or just hidden subs, but they won't
Mhm.
necessarily let you know unless if you know how to, work around it and play with a little bit of the settings and analytics and tracking views, and but other than you just don't know.
Yeah, that's true.
And even for me on TikTok, I mean, my first video that I did, like I just pretty much just uploaded while I was just in the house, introducing myself, and
Yeah.
and I pretty much almost got up to 1,000 views. And I'm like, what?
Yeah, it's been a lot of people on there. They've been saying, "Okay, here's the formula," and they said when they were. Well, I saw one lady. She was saying, and they mean what they say by if you want such and such amount of views, just keep recording, doing regular stuff, and then
Yeah.
you might have something that blow, and it might get like hundreds of thousands of views. Like it's crazy. It's definitely more organic right now, but than here. Well, am I here? Yeah, I'm here. Yeah, yeah, man. But yeah, how's things been going for you, man? Overall.
It's been going good. Got up and get cooked dinner and also
Yeah,
getting helped. Hell, had to do a little bit of furniture rearranging and
yeah. Yeah, you one better than me, man. My cooking is limited. My cooking is limited, man. So I do it. I do it either for like lunch or it's a necessity a lot of times. But I'm getting better, man. I just ain't been a cook type of person, pretty much. But that's cool.
yeah, because
Yeah.
because again over the past week, because yeah, for me, I'll just be like thinking, again, I feel like I done already had everything you can think of under the sun, and there's really nothing that's just jumping out, and then all of a sudden you see a pound of ribeye, sliced up carne asada steak.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah. Now that'd be something nice to make.
Yeah, and I'm
Yeah,
like,
with a,
okay,
with a nice big salad I'll make it with, and
yeah,
get something to drink with it, and just do it big at the house, man. I hear that, bro. Treat yourself. Treat yourself for sure.
I
Yeah,
gotta have
man.
I gotta have it with rice. So
Got you. Got you. Yeah, man. But yeah, man, I'm just hanging out, backyard, hitting this nice Monte Cristo. Yeah, chilling, man.
yeah,
But man, what my oh, I must have left it in the house. My phone. Yeah, you been following anything on YouTube or late or?
mm,
I just been watching like the sports. I watched the NBA draft. I mean, it was all right. I think my squad did.
and you know
I
what?
think my oh, go ahead. My bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I did see that that the Boston Celtics won the championship.
Championship, yeah.
Jason Tatum is one of the highest paid players, and
Yeah, he has the highest pay. He has the highest contract per dollar amount
yeah,
in NBA history. But that's changing every year because of the new contract. So it's like best player, or when his time is up, he'll get his money. I saw that Clay Thompson went to Dallas. He finally just rung the bell on that, and I don't blame him. Um, there was a lot of moving parts, is why he left. People would naturally think he was going to the Lakers because his dad played there, but I'm like, okay, that's fine. Okay, yeah, you could contend for a championship, but you got LeBron and his show and his son, and that's what the main thing is. It's just entertainment there. So I'm pretty sure he thought about that, and the and shout out to LeBron for getting his not only himself paid, he got his son paid. I saw he got a new contract like today, and then his son got a 4 year, $79 million contract. So the whole fam got like over $200 million just like that, and he played with his son. So that's good
and that's
stuff.
actually, and again that's the first. Again, isn't that like the first time in history that a father and the son is playing on the same team and in the same league?
Yeah, yeah, and they downplaying it so much. They're downplaying it so much. I know why. It's a shame, but yeah, they really downplay. I mean, I don't necessarily like LeBron as a player. As a person, I ain't got nothing against him, but as a player, I never really cared for him. But to downplay that significance of that, they're just, people they just really hating out here, man. Like I'm like, dang,
Oh,
man.
I think, and they
Other
and
other
and
people. I'm
doing
sorry.
that, and they're doing it basically because they don't like LeBron James. I'm like, okay, fine, again, that's your given it or opinion and right. Again, you don't have to. Again, you don't have to like him. Hell, you don't even have
Yeah,
to. He's your favorite player, but at the same
yeah,
time,
but
don't
I
gloss
mean,
over
no.
his accomplishments.
I swear, like when the society gets programmed to a certain way of things being constructed and playing out, like any deviation from that, just I think it scrambles the brain of the average person who just used to saying, okay, if this is nepotism, yeah, it's kind of funky, but oh well. But if these people practice this person practice nepotism, oh my God, oh, this is just the worst. Oh, but I'm like, stop it. Stop it, man. I know what this is about, man. It's just ridiculous. But shout
Yeah,
out to him for making it
yeah, we
happen. 'Cause,
stems from,
yeah,
and it doesn't take a rocket scientist or or a level or a 12 level genius to figure this one out. I mean, hell, if you ain't
yeah.
just goes to show you that if you're not getting hate nowhere, you're not go. If you ain't getting no hate, then you doing something wrong.
You're doing something wrong, exactly. Yeah, but about Clay though, yeah, so he probably said, you know what? Yeah, that's cool. But I'm gonna go to Dallas where I can like know I can get a chance of getting another ring over. And he's gonna get his get back. That's gonna I'm gonna watch those games, Dallas versus Golden State. He's gonna get his get back against Golden State. Because I mean, check it out. They paid Steph, which that's a no brainer. They paid Jordan Poole, and he bounced, and now he's like hot trash that nobody wants. And then they paid Dre and his antics, and I don't know why they did that. And they trying to say Clay was washed. I'm like, the man at the back end of the season, yeah, the last playoff game, he had an offer, but he had a little fall off, but he was still contributing. Like you paid all these people, you let these young guys come in, you benched them and stuff, and it's been going on for like 2 years, is what they said. They say he just had enough. He said, "Look, I'm gonna go get this ring or chase a ring." I actually, I'm not. I'm a Rockets fan, diehard, but I was rooting for Luca in Dallas, and they lost, but they'll be back, and it'll be nice to see them get it because it'll be a new era in the league. Boston's nice, but I don't think they're gonna like repeat or nothing. They got all the right pieces and stuff, but I don't think they're gonna repeat. It's really wide open. Oklahoma City got nasty, boy. They got some young gunners in Oklahoma City, and they just got better. I was like, wow,
Hey,
wow.
though,
But
and it was something Hakeem Olajuwon told these young athletes, and because I think he was asked, why is it that when these players, when the season starts, they somehow happen to fall victim to injury, and he was like, well, I told a few of these guys that they want to take the summer off
mm-hmm.
themselves, but they choose not to,
Yeah.
and
Yeah, see,
so
that's the thing. Back in his day, yeah, the summertime they would take a few months off, and then they would just get in shape for for spring training, for like preseason. That's what preseason was used to get in shape, not all year round. So now people are saying, yeah, they're like greater, better athletes and stuff now. They can like do all kinds of crazy things. You got bigs who can shoot the three and dribble and all that, and you got
yeah,
small guys who could just take stuff,
basically,
but they
basically,
they stressing yeah, they're stressing their bodies out all year round more than now than ever. And that's why all they got all the injuries in the season. So yeah, hopefully that changes because it sucks where it's a war of attrition in the playoffs more so than the best players that you see in the playoffs playing for the championship. You just seeing like a hurt Luca. Luca was hurt pretty much in the finals. He had to have his surgery right after the season ended.
right.
And then you don't get the best players like all the players in the East. Embiid, he got hurt. Porzingis even got hurt at the end. Yeah, you don't see the best. I miss that when you can see the best play for the championship versus who's left.
No, yeah, and you definitely, and again, and I think that generation when that was happening has just somewhat phased out. Like,
Yeah, well, things run in cycles, so I wouldn't be surprised if things kind of got because they were talking about like yeah, the big three era is over. Like you don't need a big three no more, and they're right. Like that's the Boston just proved that the 3 and D with analytics can work with the right players and especially the right defensive players, and they did it. and Denver did too, but
Yeah,
Boston did it too.
yeah. Oh yeah, Denver. Yeah, Denver. Even before Denver was even well known than what they are than what they are now. Like Denver was just pretty much, was one of those teams where kind of like the Atlanta Hawks, they was really irrelevant. But then when they found the pieces to put around the Denver, Jokic,
Yeah,
it worked out well.
yeah, they doing the opposite for him now. Like they lost Contavious Caldwell Pope, all the guys that they needed before. Those type of guys, they let them go. So I don't know what they're doing, but yeah. And then Giannis got hurt from Milwaukee. Dame was hurt at the end. Like you just didn't see the best. You just didn't see the best play because of the injuries through the year. So yeah, I hope that changes where, you know, they take it easy in the off season and stuff. I know some of them getting ready for the Olympics this year. Yeah.
And what's your take on the WNBA, like the Caitlin Clark fiasco?
Hold on for a second. Y'all are planes obviously flying out this time of night right by the airport. But that's a good one, man. That's a good topic, bro. So um you know, every league got to make a star. As much as the whole all controversy with her and Angel Reese, they both are like great players. Like, and there's a reason why. And then they have this rivalry going. Actually, that's perfect for their league. That is perfect for their league because I'm looking at like, and I don't just follow them like that, but I knew who the champions was last year, and the year before, it was the Las Vegas Aces and Asia Wilson. She like the best of the best. And they like mid this year. They like a mid type of team. So, and they still got the same people. So I'm like, they needed a little pick me up in the league. And I mean, she is okay. She's a rook and she's doing her thing. And I think they need it, but as far as all the other stuff, I think that's a carryover from their what they did last year in college. And, if races want to be fueled by that, they can. I just see it as like Bird versus Magic Part 2. And before
Yeah.
they say, oh, Angel Reese ain't that good, BS, she like set a WNBA record for most double doubles in a row by a rookie. You know what I'm saying? Games in a row already, and the season ain't even over. So she's good, and they got a little rivalry going with that there. So yeah, I think it's good. Like I said, let that other stuff die down and just let them play, and then enjoy what they're trying to create. They're trying to create something better than what it's been, which is pretty much a layup drill. You know what I'm saying? Over, so nobody was watching this, and now you got a little something, just let it go. For better or worse, they all gonna get their money at the end of the day, which is the most important thing: notoriety and their money. They were complaining about we don't get paid as much as the men. I'm like, because you don't do as much as the men. That's
and,
why.
And it's like, and who, and again, and then when I hear that, I'm like, well, who is the fan base that's basically supporting the W? Is it other men or is it women?
Man, I couldn't tell you.
Because
I couldn't tell you.
There are men, and you think they would be flooding at the gates trying to buy tickets and boost the market sales, and it's like, no.
Yeah,
it's the exact opposite. So, of course, Caitlin had a marketing team behind her, to make herself well known like that.
Yeah. I actually enjoy it because once you get past the agendas, it actually makes it worth watching, at least to a certain degree or whatever. So,
but yeah, it'll definitely be interesting to see how far it'll play out and see where it ends.
Yeah.
And of course, you'll have these. Oh well, she's just been on she been on this streak to where she just went down here. I'm like, name one player that hasn't been down that route.
Yeah.
And either way, she's still gonna be a well-known figure.
Yep. They hated on Mike Jordan when he was
Oh yeah,
young. They hated on him, man, all the old schoolers, but eventually they had to give in and just let it go for the growth of the league. So it's kind of like that in that situation.
hell, they even hated on Kobe.
Um, they hated on Kobe, but Kobe more so earned that spot the hard way. He wasn't as coveted, even as a Jordan or even a Caitlin Clark coming in. Like they knew about him, but he had to get it how he lived. They really hated on him because of um, blatant blatant comparisons and game style of Mike.
Yeah,
But he had that other factor, that it factor. He had that dog in him and that work ethic that you couldn't hate on. Like even if you wanted to, you couldn't. A lot of people like hated on him just to hate on him or whatever, but you couldn't hate on him if you watch how he played and how he overcame. You know what I'm saying? How he overcame. So that's how he won the people. That's how he won the people back. You know,
yeah.
for sure. But yeah, yeah. My guys, they got a good pick. The Rockets, the third pick.
And I was looking at some old clips of the '90s Rockets, how they beat the
Yeah,
Knicks, then they beat the Magic,
yeah. Good
and
times, man. Good time.
yeah, they had a murderous row. They had Maxwell, Otis Thorpe, and
Sam Cassell, Ori, Ellie.
Clyde.
Yeah, yep, yep. Some good times back then.
Definitely the good times.
Yeah,
But yeah, though, but also my thing too, like, because I know what was it the last stream that I did, and we was talking about Kendrick, the Kendrick and Lamar and Drake thing, and I don't know if you heard yesterday or recently, but Rick Ross was apparently jumped by some Drake
yeah, yeah. I
fans.
saw he was. Yeah, I saw he was jumped, and they said he was caught off guard as usual. And see, that's the thing with those things. Like, you get on wax, right? You get on rat wax and talk your talk, and it'll be cool for a minute and it'll die down. But the fans don't forget. So if they see you, there might be somebody trying to be a hero and just try to show up and show out and show somebody out. And that's what happened. They said Rick was swinging like a girl and all kind of stuff. I think 50 Cent, he the king of the trolls. He jumped
Yeah.
in and he got on Officer Ricky and yeah, so that was funny though. But I didn't see. Did they have a video of it?
I didn't. You know what? I didn't see the video. I just heard the headlines, and then because you would think that there would be some type of footage of this actually being revealed, but yet
Yeah,
whenever if it's like let's say Drake, because again like Drake was walking out of a building and some Kendrick fans was chanting "Not like us," trying to get
yeah.
us in, and I'm like, and I was
You,
like,
you
yo,
know,
no one take responsibility for anything, do you?
yeah. But I have my conspiracies on the whole lead up to all of that and the moving parts. Because it's kind of like I don't know about you, AMR, but to me, it's like when it comes to entertainment and media, even over the years, like okay, what's really organic and what's not. So you'll have like the whole beef with him versus the entire, culture or whatever, the quote unquote culture. And it's like is trying to boost the culture up like a big psyop within itself, meaning that oh, he's the fake blah blah blah. He was like a what did they say? He was like a culture vulture in the culture, even though he was half black or whatever, but he didn't come from the culture. And I'm like, is getting the quote unquote culture riled up and kind of like, chanting like that and doing all those things, is that a psyop? Like, is it really one? Because the main ones you're talking about are for the culture, represent the culture. They're bought, sold, and paid for as well. It's just you have this antagonist and protagonist type of dynamic going on, but it's all on the same. It's all under the same umbrella. You get what I'm saying? I mean, that's just me probably thinking too much, but I'm like, okay, yeah, he's seen, hold on, he's seen
Got
like
it.
Kendrick, yeah, Kendrick is seen like the hero, and he's representing this and that. But is he really? Is he really? Like, the only time certain people listen to you and gravitate toward you when you're entertaining, but you show any power or authority in this society, and they're ready to cut your head off.
Exactly. And
So
and what I was getting ready to say is that, you know,
it,
when people when they talk about some music genre involving hip hop, and they only want to label it as one genre of rap, which is gangster rap. And I'm like, gangster rap is not the only category of rap
yeah,
that's making. I mean, what about happy rap or conscious rap or
yeah.
alternative rap? And because Drake doesn't represent the hood rap about hood stuff or street stuff.
Well, I'll tell you this, AMR, I'm gonna cut you off. Is the fact that he went from one to he was playing chameleon. He went from one to the next to the next. Somebody made a good point. He made a mistake by taking on. They say he took on 21 Savage's persona. Like, he was taking on all these personas over time, picking up different. Basically saying he was befriending people to not to give them features or to put them on. He was swagger jacking them the entire time as different things of the culture was changing, as far as styles and stuff. And he ran into that one, and that was like his gangster savagery. And people saying, well, he took that on and it got the best of him, which I agree with that to an extent. But it's kind of like those people, all of those in the industry, they have backroom conversations about how things they want to navigate. Just like back
Oh,
when I was young with gangster rap, they have backdoor deals and conversations about how things are gonna go. So maybe it was like, okay, Drake, yeah, your time is up with this, and we want the music, we want to seem as though, because everybody's conscious of this whole culture vulture and people coming in and out the culture, and you don't gatekeep it or whatever. We need somebody to represent the new culture, and we need somebody to seem like they're gatekeeping it. They're not like us or whatever. So they get them pumped up on that just to give them the curveball on something else later. The people, because you all it takes, and I've seen it. All it takes is a little anthem for people, and they go crazy. And now you got
yeah,
them sucked back into stuff. You see what I'm saying?
yeah. And
Yeah,
and the crazy thing about it is that, and then I say all the time, it's like, yo, don't really get mad at the artist, because the artist is just basically putting out what they want to talk about. Really, it's
they're
the power of
they're
the beat.
they're actors. They're actors,
Yeah,
all of
they
them.
pretty much like who was it? That's yeah. There's a channel called Light Skin History, and
Oh man,
he basically said that MLS men in general are living a Truman Show effect.
true. Well, Truman Show though was about everybody in his life being, yeah, ooh, yeah. If you think about it, yeah, like everything.
Yeah, you being watched, if but then after a certain point, it's like you get manipulated to where it's like, okay, we're gonna throw a curveball at you, and and it's like you won't even know it. But then again, even when that curveball gets thrown at you, do you want to continue to be part of it or entertain it, or do you just want to walk away?
Yeah, to me though, MR, I think like in my opinion, my conclusion on is that it runs in cycles, and they want to jumpstart a new cycle as far as like the way they want to shift um, that type of entertainment to
Right.
reorganize things. You know what I'm saying? and it was probably time for that because basically music and all that stuff was just, well, at least mainstream music, it's just in a downward trend towards like everybody the same, culture vultures running the show. What else? No creativity, nothing organic. So they go back to some old stuff, and then they act like they make got some movement going, and that resets everything, so they can go to the next phase of whatever they're gonna do for the to herd the masses. I don't know. Maybe I'm a little thrown off about it. Maybe I'm too a little too cynical about it, but in my opinion, that's what it is because it was just too many things that kind of was like, okay, yeah, you can say that, but everybody in that industry has walked with the devil a little bit. You know what I'm saying, to get where they at. You know what I'm saying? It just seems to be one over the other. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you know what though?
As far as
We
truth and
we
truth
talk
and hold
and
on, truth and
so,
authenticity. I'm done.
I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, it's cool.
What I was gonna say is that yeah, we talk about other forms of entertainment, and it's not necessarily.
Yeah, yeah. So that's my take on that, man. Like, yeah, it's some real stuff that go down, but then there's a lot of stuff that's just like, it's scripted. They're actors. You know what I'm saying? It's scripted and they're actors, and people, their emotion gets high, and they get people off their emotions and get them to go a certain way and move a certain way. Think a certain way. You know, then But yeah, that was one. That was definitely something that had popped off recently, though. Um, but yeah, yeah. So you got anything on tap, man, for the weekend, or you chilling? Hello. Oh, look like he dropped. Like he dropped off. Well, um, yeah. I guess nobody watching. That's cool. It's a good stream though. Some of the best. Um, Shucks, I might just shut her down. Been going what 52 minutes. Yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much more or less the same. Um, just chilling. But yeah, I might shut her down. And they said I couldn't even what did they say? I can't even save this or something. So I wonder if it's even gonna like, well, it probably go through on YouTube, but it probably won't save under my StreamYard videos or whatever. But yeah, I got one viewer. Maybe that's AMR pop back on or something. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I might as well shut it down. I thought maybe a few others might come through, but it's all good. But yeah, um, to me, it's like all all these airplanes coming through. My goodness. But yeah, it just seems like to me, man, like all this stuff is staged from your sports to your music, and when you see it coming, you know the sign. You've seen it one, two, three, four, five, many times before, and it's just like, okay, give me something new. But I think we definitely gonna have like a hot. Well, it's already a hot summer. We're gonna have a wild rest of this year, man. I don't know what's gonna pop off, but it's gonna be a wild rest of this year. I just want, I ain't gonna say I just want because people gonna do what they're gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay clear, and keep on keeping on what I'm doing, and stay positive, stay focused, keep my inventory in life, people, finances, goals, everything else and just stay and just keep that I word inventory. Every time you keep inventory in life, you can't go wrong. You'll find some stuff that you didn't even know you had, and you got it in your back pocket. But yeah, man, this is a nice little stream, man. Just talking about cool stuff. But yeah, I've been going for an hour, so this is cool though, man. This is cool. It's cool. But I might just go and shut her down. It's about enough, man. But yeah, it's cool streaming or whatever. But like I said, my mind can't stay on one topic forever and not express life as a whole. But yeah, guess I'll go ahead and shut this one down. And sayonara, au revoir, actually. Later.